It's snowing.
It's snowing on Daddy's birthday.
Ooh, that's special, huh? We'll have to ask him if that makes him happy. It looks so nice.
It looks so comfy to play in.
Comfy to play in?
Mom, do you still have my winter clothes?
Yep.
There's my overalls and...
Guess what? Today's Daddy's birthday. Do you want to give him his present? Yeah, okay. Can you carry it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're so strong. We gotta wait for him to come out of the bathroom though.
Mom, this is gonna be the front.
Oh, you're gonna give him his card too?
This is the back, so I put the picture on the back.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
And then this is the front, so it's this.
2024.
And then these things.
That's good. I bet he's gonna love it.
Happy birthday to you, Daddy.
Yeah, happy birthday to Daddy. You can tell him when he comes out of the bathroom.
Yeah. Wow, you are really strong. Because look, I'm holding my elbow and you're really strong. Open mail. Surprise!
Daddy can open the mail and say, surprise.
Guess what? Guess what? When it's Jaden's birthday, you're gonna come out of Mommy's tummy.
She's gonna come out of Mommy's tummy before Jaden's birthday. Jaden's birthday's in March.
So
The baby's gotta come out before that.
It's gonna come out tomorrow.
Hopefully not tomorrow. Hopefully after Christmas.
It's Daddy's birthday.
Today is Daddy's birthday.
Well,
Yeah.
at least we're gonna get the baby out of your belly.
Yep, one of these days. They're waiting to surprise Daddy. Kiki gave up on the mission, but there's another one in here.
Coming.
Not yet. Soon, okay? Okay.
It's in the light up.
Okay.
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 Did they?
He's coming.
There you go.
He wanted to surprise you, but then...
You surprised me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yours pies.
Can we wait for Kiki? Can we wait for Kiki?
See, yours pies.
That's my prize?
Yeah.
Where? This house? New house for us?
No.
Oh.
This is yours pie.
Prize.
That's my prize?
Yep.
What did I do to earn that prize?
Say
How come Daddy gets a present today?
Why did I get a prize?
Because.
Can I go make my breakfast while I wait for Kiki?
Yep.
Alright, I'll go make my shake. What's this?
Open it, Daddy.
Alright, soon. I'm open this one first.
One time.
What do the numbers say?
The 2024.
Oh yeah? Why 2024? That's not how old I am. I'm not that old.
No, I mean like the day.
The year?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I put it just.
Uh-oh.
It's sticky.
I know. It's stuck to your drawing.
I know. Sometimes it is. And you like the houses I made? Those
That's
are
cute.
hearts.
Yeah.
That's your house.
This is my house? What's this?
This is your color and this is my color and this says I love you, Dad.
Aw, I love you
And
too.
this is a heart.
Aw. Xander, what did Daddy take out first?
Yours.
Which one? What if I want to do this one first? Let me do this one first?
Yeah.
Alright, so what do I do with this? Xander, what do I do with this? Put it down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't nobody got that for cards. Oh, I forgot that was in here.
I'll use that for my gift.
No.
Here, Xander, you'll help Daddy? Pull that out. Pull this out. What is that?
Dad, see what it is.
What is that?
Dad, see what it is. It's the thing that you've been wanting. It's the thing that you've been wanting.
What is it?
It's that.
It's
That.
this.
It's that. Do you know what it's called? It's called a vest.
It's your own vest. Now I
His very own.
take your.
Oh,
You like
good. I wasn't sure about the size. I was really worried about the wrong size.
it? You like it, Dad?
All the buttons.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
What else does he get?
Now you gotta eat yours. Your daddy, eat it.
So exciting, a vest and some
This is the
slippers.
one that Mommy made. Now
It's when you know you're getting
When you're
older.
an adult, I know.
don't choose. I like your slippers.
Woohoo!
Make sure I want that they're.
Daddy got slippers. Hello everyone, the vlogger's life for me, just carrying around a tripod. We have ourselves a busy day today. Not only is it Darrell's birthday, so we're celebrating, naturally, but we are, I am doing a lot of preparing for tomorrow, which I will not be talking about right now in this moment because there are little ears. But right now I'm going to tackle cleaning up my room a little bit. I have not prepared for this child to come into the world like at all. I've bought some baby products that I need. Granted, I don't need a whole lot because I have a lot left over from Xander and Cadence, but I have needed a few items. Like one thing that I had with Xander was like a baby nightlight, like this egg shaped one. I don't know if you've seen those online. I will make a video later on, probably of some of my favorite baby products and things like that as I start to like set them up. But one of the things I was going to work on right now that I haven't done, that I've kind of put off, is cleaning off this desk area. I mean this dresser. It's supposed to be a changing table for a baby, and that's typically what I use it for when I have a baby, but it has become a catch-all area, especially when I switch the kids' clothes over from summer to winter. I put their summer clothes here because in March, when we go to Florida for our annual timeshare trip, this is like summer clothes that I didn't want to pack away in the basement because it might fit the kids in March. And so I need to get a container. I need to put these away. And I was thinking I could just kind of clean this up a little bit. We're going to see what all I can get done. I'm not feeling very motivated today. I've had very busy days lately. Yesterday I had a pregnancy appointment, and then I also went out and did some shopping with my sister-in-law. So I'm pooped, but I'm still trying to accomplish stuff. So I'm trying to pace myself. So we're just going to jump right into all of the things I need to try to get done today. Okay, this is gonna do for now. I at least got it cleaned off. I probably won't end up getting like the changing mattress thing until after Christmas when I start to really like prepare stuff for baby, but at least for now I have all of the extra stuff taken off of there, and this was cleaned. This has a bunch of baby stuff in it, but I have to go through it and organize it, and I just don't have the time for that right now. So that's probably not gonna happen until after the holidays. That's when I'll most likely jump into organizing all of the baby stuff and pulling out everything I need. So now that I got that done, I am gonna go ahead and try to take my pregnancy update picture because I did turn 36 weeks pregnant this week. Well, that was about all I could get done, and now it's already after 12 and we're hungry, so okay. Ugh. I am going to warm us up some leftover chicken fried rice while this warms up. Eat rice. I think you're gonna like this the most. I think you're gonna want to eat this the most. But while we warm up our food, we have a bunch of packages we have to carry upstairs. Okay? We do. Are you gonna help me? Like, no, I don't want to. So this is something I haven't really been able to talk about because it's been like on the down low and kept a secret from the kids. But my family is coming here for Christmas. It's crazy. It's crazy. To backtrack a little bit, I think it was like a month ago or two, one of my brothers had asked me if we were going to be coming for Christmas. Because if you are new to my channel, my family, my parents and stuff and my siblings, they live down in Florida, and we would typically go down to Florida for Christmas. But because I am heavily pregnant and due very soon, it just was not going to work out for us this year. So when one of my brothers asked me if we'd be coming, and we had to tell them like, no, it's just not going to work out this year, it's too close to the baby being born and all that stuff, then there was this plan quickly put together that everybody was going to come up here for Christmas. I don't know how we pulled it off, but we did. There are a couple that won't be around. Well, one of my brothers for sure won't be around, and then two of my other brothers are only around for a couple of days. But the majority of them are going to be here for over a week. So the kids have no idea. We've been keeping it a surprise from them this entire time. Everybody arrives tomorrow. And so I'm so excited. I've been trying to run around and prepare things as far as like food I can buy ahead of time, or preparing bedding and different things like that. But what I was getting to was like, because we're having Christmas here, my mom has been shipping stuff here, and we've had boxes piling up here in the dining room. The kids are fully convinced that those are all the gifts for them from my mom, since we won't be in Florida for Christmas. So it's been easy to like kind of hide that from them, the surprise at least. But there is a huge pile now in the dining room, and I need to take them all upstairs. So those are all the boxes that we will be moving right now. This is the pile that we need to take upstairs. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty one of my laundry baskets, or take an empty laundry basket, I can't talk, rather. And we're just gonna put stuff in here, and we're just gonna try to carry as much as we can. Ready? You're gonna carry a package? Go ahead.
Just waiting on Gary.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Is that all?
Oh my good helpers.
Mom, come upstairs, see how many packages we did.
How many you did? Okay, let me grab a few last minute ones. This looks
We got
hilarious.
that many packages.
Wow. Good job.
Okay.
Hey, high five. But you did help. That was, can you give me a high five? You did so good. Thank you. I am supposed to be napping, but I have so much on my mind right now, and I think I'm just so excited that I can't fall asleep. So I have brought out all of my wrapping supplies, and I'm just gonna get to town here and just chat a little bit. I don't think that I'll chat the whole time I'm wrapping, because I do have quite a bit of wrapping to do. I'm not sure I have that much chatting I can do, but the kids are still napping, so I'm gonna see how long I can work on this before they wake up. So wish me luck on that. But I am just so excited for tomorrow. You have no idea. I feel like when it came to us telling the kids that we weren't going to be able to go to Florida this year, they handled it really well, especially Jaden. I was kind of expecting him to just be like really bummed and upset about it, but he has carried out a really good attitude this whole time about the situation, and has never really vocalized like being upset at us or anything about us not being able to go. And so I've been so proud of him for that. And I feel like it just makes me even more excited that we have this big surprise waiting for him tomorrow. You know, he's been asking me when my mom's gonna come and visit, because anytime that I have a baby, my mom and my sisters usually come and visit and stay with us, and they help out and stuff during the first full week of me having the baby. And he's been asking lots of questions about when she's gonna get here, and we've really tried to answer his questions the best that we can without lying to him about it. What he's going to be super surprised about, though, is that even though he's expecting my mom and sisters to come and visit, he is not expecting his cousins to be coming and visiting. If you've been around for a while, then you kind of already know, but he's got 3 cousins and they live in Florida. They've never been here before, never like been here to see where we live or visited, just because we usually always go down there for like spring break in March, and then also like for Christmas time. So this is the first time that they're coming here to visit us, and then they'll, you know, Jaden has always wanted them to come and visit so he can show them where he lives and all that kind of stuff. And just to even see them in general, I know he's going to be so excited. And I just can't wait to see the look on his face when he sees them like getting out of our car. Another cool thing is that, like, I know I showed you guys this morning that we have snow. And it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's going to be cold enough at this point to where the snow should stick around until everybody gets here tomorrow. I wish we would get like a really good snow for the kids to go sledding and just really have fun outside. But we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna get that this year or not. I am currently working on wrapping these Leapfrog books, and I'm just realizing how long this is actually going to take me, because I'm just working on the second book right now, and it feels like it's slow going over here. Although I am a perfectionist, and so I'm probably a little too anal with my my wrapping job here. Like, I just want it to look really nice, even though the kids aren't going to care. You know, they're literally going to tear it open. When I was thinking of making this video, I posted on my Instagram, and then on, I made a post on YouTube, here on YouTube, asking if you guys had any questions for me or topics you wanted me to talk about while I was wrapping. So let's see, one of the questions that I got asked was, did you always see yourself having 4 kids? That is a good question, and honestly I feel like that's what a lot of people always want to know. For a little bit of a backstory, I come from a family of 7 kids. My mom had 7 kids. They did adopt 2, so we had a period of time where my mom and dad had 9 kids. Growing up in a big family, everybody kind of just assumes that like you'll probably grow up and have a lot of kids as well. So I have definitely gotten this question more than once, like, oh, like, how many kids do you want? Do you want a big family? Like, they just assume that I naturally will want a big family because I come from a big family. So there are some really great things about growing up in a big family. I do really feel like because I grew up in a big family and I was the second oldest, that I got a head start in the motherhood role department, if that makes sense. Like, being the oldest daughter and the second oldest kid in the family, and then being from a big family, like, naturally I helped out with a lot of the younger kids, especially when they were babies. Like, I've always generally had a dream about growing my own family anyway. Like, I've always looked forward to having my own kids, my own family to take care of. But I think that because I grew up in a big family, that also helped encourage that, or spark that more, I guess you could say. And then with helping out my mom a lot with the kids, that also gave me the experience that a lot of people don't get. And so I do feel like that helped as I got older and had my own kids. I felt a little bit more confident, I feel like, in becoming a mom than maybe some people do. But as far as like how many kids I had always wanted to have, I don't know that I would have always wanted 4. I think when I was younger, I probably would have said 5. I think I would have thought that 5 would be my max. And then as I started to have kids, then, well, when I got married and Darrell and I talked about it, you know, of course, one of the things to talk about and you ask is like, well, how many kids do you want? And I don't remember what he would have said back in the day, but I think that my number probably would have been 4 or 5. And then I think just as I went on to have kids, that number went down slightly. As time went on, when people would ask me like, oh, how many kids do you want, you know, after I started having kids, then I was like, well, 3 for sure, maybe 4. You know, I used to joke and say, well, 4 if I get desperate. And what I mean is that, like, when you get like that baby fever and stuff, I really do love the baby stage. I've always loved that stage. Growing up and helping my mom, I've always loved helping with babies and stuff. And so I kind of would just joke and say like, well, 3 kids for sure, maybe 4 if I'm desperate. We have already gotten to 3. Now I'm pregnant with baby number 4. And we are planning on this baby being our last. I think that I've kind of always been leaning towards having 4 kids. And honestly, like, kudos to big families out there, but I just don't know if I could handle more than 4. I sort of feel like I've reached my capacity. Another question I got asked was if we have settled on baby's name yet. I do believe we have settled on her name. It was not easy. I feel like we've never had an easy time picking the kids' names. It's always kind of been like where I come up with some names and I'm like, hey, what do you think of this name? What do you think of that name? And then he's always like yes or no, or, you know, how about this? Or, you know, like with Jaden's name, I actually wanted to name him Caden because that was a name that I think I heard in my teen years. There was somebody named Caden and I really liked that name. And I asked him, I was like, what do you think of Caden? He was like, nah, that sounds like a girl's name. And so he's like, well, what about Jaden? He's like, what if we, you know, used a J and did Jaden? I'm like, okay, I like that. So then we went with Jaden. With Cadence, when she was in my stomach and we were trying to figure out names, I think this is before we knew that she was a girl. I would joke around with Jaden and I would ask him, what should we name the baby? I'm just trying to remember if this was before we knew she was a girl or after. But anyways, I would ask him like, what should we name the baby? And he, for a while, would laugh about it and say kitty cat. And I'm like, we can't name her kitty cat. She's a baby. She's not a cat, you know? And he just thought it was the funniest thing. But then one day when I asked him, per usual, what we should name the baby, he said Kiki. And at the time he was like 2 or 2.5, you know, so pretty little to where it's surprising when they come up with a name like that. He stayed consistent with saying Kiki as well throughout my pregnancy. He used to just refer to her as Kiki, and he was so confident like that's what she was named. So then when we were picking her name, I'm kind of like, well, it would be really cool if we could pick a name where it would work out to where her nickname could be Kiki. It got down to where I was looking at a list of names and stuff. Obviously, all the while we were praying about it. I would have loved if God could have just, you know, spoken to me and told me, this is her name. This is what her name should be. Although, you know, he speaks to us in different ways. But anyways, I came across Cadence and I really liked that one. And I liked the meaning. And I asked Darrell about it. And at first he was like, well, we'll see. So he wasn't too sure at first. But I guess it grew on him. Because then when she was born, I'm like, so? Is it Cadence? It's Cadence, right? Like, anyways, so that's kind of how we got her name. And then with Xander's name, again, I wish it would have been like a situation where it was this aha moment, like this is his name. But I think I'd also kind of looked at some names and nothing really stuck out until I heard the name Xander, but spelled with an X. And this was while watching the show Survivor. So I was like, oh, that's a really cool name. I'm gonna ask Darrell what he thinks of that name. When he got home, I was like, hey, what do you think of the name Xander? I'm like, but I would probably do a Z instead of an X, because I feel like when the kid's growing up in school and stuff and they have to learn to spell their name, I feel like if you do it with an X, it's just I don't know. Just confusing. I don't know. Not bashing anybody out there that's named Xander with an X or any other name with an X, but anyways, personally, I was like, I think I would do it with a Z. So I asked Darrell about it, and at first he was like, well, he says, yeah, he didn't mind it. He's like, but I guess we'll just see if anything else comes up after that. And sure enough, nothing else did, but I really loved that name. So we did Xander. Now this time around, I feel like picking a name has been the hardest. I don't know why, but just I would get so frustrated anytime I would think, okay, let me pull up a list of girl names and try to look at some and see if something sticks out. And I just got so frustrated. I would only look for about a minute or two, and I was just like, I've seen these names before and I don't want any of these. So I started to get pretty discouraged and just really praying like, God, please help. Just tell us what her name is, what her name should be. Like, I don't want to look at these lists. I don't want to have to seek it out, you know? I was so tired of reading all the names over, all the same names that I've read, you know, when I was trying to figure out what Cadence's name would be. And so I stopped looking. There were a few times I would try again. I would look up a name list, but as I got a couple names down into the list and just like sort of saying them in my head, seeing if I liked them, I would get frustrated and I would just stop. This one day I was walking on the treadmill and I kind of thought to myself, you know, while I'm walking on the treadmill, maybe I should look over a list of names again. Then I kind of told myself like, no, you know what? I have been kind of mentally stressed at that point, and told myself I would just like be present in the moment and just walk, and that's it. And just be open to like just having my thoughts and not trying to fill that time with looking at something on my phone. So as I was walking, then a notification popped up on my phone with this one name. When I saw that name, I was like, oh, that's a really nice name. I actually kind of like that, and I had liked that name in the past. I feel like I'll go into this story a little bit more in detail when she's born and we announce what her name is. We don't typically give out the baby's name until the baby's born. That's like one way that we like to do something fun and surprising when it comes to having a baby. Is that we just announce the name when the baby's born, so nobody knows except for Darrell and I. But there is a really cool story to where after I had started thinking about this name that I believe is going to be her name, I started to see it everywhere. And this is not a name that I would have typically seen or heard, or I don't even know anybody really with this name. And there are a lot of different cute stories where that name was brought to my attention again. So I really do believe it's her name, and I do believe we have a middle name as well, so that's exciting. But obviously we won't announce that till she's born. But I am 36 weeks pregnant, so that's gonna be around the corner. So the next question that I got asked was if I have a favorite Christmas tradition. And I would have to say that I don't think I have one specific favorite Christmas tradition. We do a lot around Christmas time. And I feel like it's kind of always been that way, even growing up. I think that, I mean, if I had to really pick, I would probably have to say that one of my favorites would have been decorating the tree, like listening to the Christmas music, like the excitement of getting the tree out, listening to Christmas music, decorating the tree. I do believe that that was like one of my favorites while growing up. And then that's also something that I love doing with my kids, and I love how excited they get when we do that. So, but I don't know, I love everything about Christmas time and all of the fun Christmassy things. But yeah, like I love all the things. I love the Christmas movies, I love the hot chocolate, I love the cozy weather outside, especially when it snows. I love doing crafts with the kids now, you know, like that's something I love doing with them. I love going to see Christmas lights. That is, I think that that's probably like one of the top things on my list. Is I would love to just have like a hot drink and just drive around different neighborhoods that have lights Honestly, I could probably take several evenings and do that, and I would just be like the happiest person ever. That would probably actually be at the top of my list now that I'm thinking about it. And so I love seeing the kids get excited about that. Xander has shown the most interest this year in Christmas lights and just really noticing them. And his latest word is awesome. So whenever we're driving around anywhere at night and he sees the Christmas lights, he's been like, oh, there, he's like, there's the lights. He's like, that's so awesome. Like, but in his own little way. And that has been the cutest thing. And starting off this holiday season, Darrell had a hard time putting up our Christmas lights. He checked them before he put them up and they were all working, but once he hung them up, they were not all working. So we just had the lights off until he could get around to fixing them. And so it wasn't until a couple nights ago that he got to actually turn them on for the first time. And so when we actually went out and about to town and came back home and Xander got to see that our house had Christmas lights on it, he was so impressed. Like, as we were driving down the driveway and passing the house, he was just like, oh, wow, that's awesome. And it was cute. Like, none of the other kids ever reacted that way. So I would have to say probably the lights, I think. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I love about it. I love baking the cookies with the kids. But yeah, it's like, it's definitely, the excitement changes after you have your own kids, and you get to watch their excitement and what makes them excited. It's just, yeah, I love it. I love it all around. I love the yummy food, you know, like good Christmas ham. I don't know, I just love Christmas time. So that's hard to answer, but I would probably say, I guess, with how excited I got talking about it, it has to be Christmas lights, you know, waking up to the house. Like, sometimes Darrell will wake up before I do, and he'll plug the tree in or some of the other Christmas lights we have in the house, and for me to wake up in the morning and come down to the lights being on, I love that. There's something like special about that. So how in the world am I going to wrap this? This is like a Doc McStuffins pet carrier that I got from the children's resale. This is gonna be interesting to wrap. But anyways, I'd love to know if you guys have a favorite Christmas tradition. I am all about trying new ones. This year was actually the first time that I did an advent calendar, but I made my own. And instead of buying one that was like filled with stuff, I got to like put little notes inside that gave the kids a specific task for each day. And I really loved doing that. That was a lot of fun. So I'm pretty sure that with future Christmases moving forward, that's something that we'll probably incorporate again. Granted, I probably won't do the toilet paper roll advent calendar again. It was a lot of fun and the kids have loved it, but I definitely, like, knowing that I want to do it for future Christmases, I think I'll probably end up buying one of those ones that, one of the cloth ones with pouches that can hang on the wall and has all the numbers, and then you can just like fill it yourself. I think that's probably the direction I'll go in, but that could change. We'll see what next year brings, but that's one like new tradition that I did with my kids that I don't think that we ever did growing up. I don't believe that we ever had an advent calendar or had specific tasks we had to do each day. I know we had like just a regular countdown calendar that we got to move the day slot over every day closer to Christmas, but not like an advent calendar that I can remember. I should actually ask my mom. But yeah, definitely leave me some of your favorite Christmas traditions down below, or even like what you guys like to do for New Year's, because that's also coming up and that will be fun. But yeah, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna wrap this thing. I'm like paranoid the kids are gonna come walking in here too, because they've been sleeping for a while now. Okay, honestly, I'm impressed. This did not turn out too bad. Like, if I had two big ribbons, I could like plop them right here on the ends and hide that messy-ish look, but like, that was not terrible. So I think I've been wrapping for over an hour and I wrapped 9 gifts. So I got these 3 big ones and then those, what is it, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Needless to say, I have a lot more to do, but it's after 4 o'clock already and the kids are still napping, so I need to wake them up and get them ready. And we're supposed to go over to Darrell's parents' house for dinner and for cake and stuff to celebrate his birthday, so sadly, this is all I can get done for now. I'm gonna have to start again at a different time. Oh, you want to see some too? She says it too fast. Oh, you can say it too. Tell me when you see a snowflake.